Welcome to all inspiring chefs, cooks, and everything in between alike. This is Griever, your guys' host as always. This is my bar, the place I am always at, and this here is a complete English translation of Shokugeki no Soma, up to date to volume 28. I know volume 29 is available, but is not available at my bookstore as of yet. So as far as I'm concerned, this is a complete collection which I just happened to complete today, this Sunday. So I'm really happy about that. Let's get cooking, guys, to get into the big chapter 300. I'm showcasing the entire collection that I have collected for the big 300. Now, I just want to apologize like I did in my One Piece review last night, guys. This is 2 days late, and I am very, very sorry about that. I did not have enough time after work on Friday. A big party here for someone, a good friend of mine who happens to be going to Japan, doing the one thing we all want to do. He's going to Japan. He's going there. He's moving there to, get a job and do all this crazy stuff. So kudos to him. Really awesome. And unfortunately, fortunately, we had a grand party for him here, and I just did not have enough time to get the review out, and unfortunately, it was chapter 300 that I missed out on. But once again, no big deal. We're just going to get into this, because this chapter, okay, just going to say it right now, I called it. I called it for a long time, and we're gonna get into that in a little bit here, but nonetheless, this chapter, alright, so, of course, Takumi and Soma won. They won their bout with the Escanor ripoff, the kind of sexual version of Escanor, I guess, or the flamboyant version of Escanor, whatever you want to call him. And he hands over his mixer to Saiba and is like, here you go. He cross-knives. He's got another superhuman ability. He kept the Mezzaluna out of his hands, but in the end, it doesn't matter. He's still got, it's like a rock in a hard place, as Takumi figures out. Now, all of that is pretty much irrelevant. They basically are wrapping up the end battle, and they're jumping into the whole, okay, what's going on with Arena? Finally, we're jumping back to see what's going on with Arena. And apparently the bookmaster, in between these scenes, the bookmaster says, my selfish whims have never been wrong. Here we go. I'm going to change the tournament bracket. And we see that everybody wakes Soma up in the middle of the night. They're like, Soma, Soma, Soma. Or not necessarily the middle of the night. One of the judges from the Regiment de Cuisine has said, oh, we've prepared restrooms for all of you, to rest until your next battle sort of idea. So it's not necessarily night or daytime. We don't really have an indication of that. But they were supposed to go off and have a few hours sleep sort of idea before their next battle. Now, here's the thing, is that everybody wakes him up and says, hey, also, Takumi's brother, he's fine. He was released, no big deal, because their fellow lost anyway, so it doesn't matter. Shows them the bracket, and he goes, yeah, we already looked at that, I'm really ticked because of Reina and Saiba and all of them, they're all in a totally different bracket. It sucks, sort of idea. And he goes, no, you haven't checked. The bracket has changed. It's weird. And then they look at Arena's name, and everybody has to fight Arena. Arena is going through, and they run over and see that Arena has been battling constantly, one after another. Noir chefs only, it appears like, and just boom, 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 beating their asses down. Now, she's sweating. She's been working her ass off, but nonetheless, she has been fighting one battle after another in each bracket, just boom, 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 non-stop, consecutively. And even clearly this is a televised thing, it's the blue competition, it's the most prestigious thing in the cooking world. So they're even commenting, they're like, the WGO representatives have had no comment as of yet as to why this is going on. This is hellish. This is unfair. What's with this treatment? They're even stating they're supposed to be unbiased in this way, but unfortunately, there's nothing to see here. This is totally a biased thing, and it's hilarious that all these noir chefs have gone up against her, and they just are treated like trash. She is just, and I'm like, yeah, that's Arena. That's Arena that we know. She ain't taking crap. Doesn't matter all these fodder characters. Forget about it. Forget about it. Arena's got this. Now, everyone's like, wow, this is really unfair. And someone's like, yeah, it is unfair. It's unfair that she gets to battle all these noirs. What about me? What about me? I want to do that. What the hell? He's just pissed because of that. He goes, where's the bookmaster? I need to go see the bookmaster. And I'm like, wait a minute. Anybody can just go up and to Heaven's Keep and see the bookmaster? That's kind of weird. And apparently they can, just nobody thought to. So he storms off and he's going to go up there, but Arena is already in conversation with the bookmaster. And it's kind of like, okay, what's going on here? And she's talking to her and she's saying, hey, look, I understand that you're the one who changed my tournament bracket. This is your tournament, all that stuff. It's like, but I'm guessing right here, you have lost all faith in light chefs. You've lost all faith in anything. The only thing you want to do is collect all the superhuman powers. And the only superhuman power that you have no need for is the God tongue. Isn't that right, mother? And I'm like, boom, because right here, if I can do it, if I can edit it enough, I'm going to showcase right here all the times with the review number down there. Since the bookmaster was introduced, how many times I said the bookmaster was either Arena's mother or Arena's grandmother, and I was more leaning towards the mother part. So let's just see how many I can clip together to see who is this character. Do we know them? Are they related to any of the characters we know? What's the connection here? And why now all of a sudden is this one big massive plot with the Jewel generation and Susanoo and Azami knows about it and all this stuff? One of the great, I guess if you're going to put them, if Arena has the God tongue, maybe this person has the super God tongue. Once again, I believe that the bookmaster is a woman, most likely Arena's mother or grandmother. The bookmaster comes on screen and blah 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 and says whether the theory that is one of either Soma or Arena's mother. I suffice to say it's not Soma's. It might be Arena's mother or Arena's grandmother. Are we going to see I don't know, the bookmaster's real identity, who I still believe is either Arena's grandmother or mother? Yeah, so one way or another, I've been saying this a while. It's Arena's mother. A lot of people said Soma's mother. I'm like, why would Soma's mother? What? No, that doesn't even make any creative. It makes no good plot points. It's already been stated she died many years ago, and it would just add another convoluted thing. So I was always like, no. It's either Arena's mother or grandmother. There's a reason they've hidden the fate of Arena's mother since chapter 1 up till now, when it's basically been all about her family. It's been all about them. Yet we have had no information about the mother. So I was like, yeah, it's totally her. And she looks evil. Whenever they give them that geisha, like really slit-looking eyes, that snake type of appearance, the sharp eyebrows, all that stuff, you know they are evil as the day is young. It's just, oh, damn, like, she is, like, no, she's not even attractive. I'm like, Azami and Arena, like, Arena's mother, somehow, the bookmaster somehow made Arena. Like, no wonder she's screwed up. And also, a couple of theories about this. So, we get the reveal that it's Arena's birth mother. For some reason, they are highlighting that it's her birth mother. Now, does that say to me that, of course, Azami is her father, and we can deduce from that it is her biological father. So these two are her parents. Now, who her mother was, who she was raised by or some such, could be a different story. There could be a stepmother involved. There could be somebody that Susanoo decided, okay, we're going to, I can't have you as a part of this. You're going to be raised by this person in the family or something. We don't know, but it's been stated as birth mother. I don't know if there's significance behind that, but there could be. There could be. And a lot of people are speculating about that. Now, Arena's mother. Here's the thing. Is this just one big family drama story? Like when you boil down the 6 Star Wars movies and you realize it's just a big family drama with the Skywalkers, that's literally what caused everything? Because it's very... Okay, she does not need the God tongue. Why? Out of all the superhuman powers, what's her end game? What's her end goal? Arena seems to know it and realizes that she has no need of the God tongue. There are a couple reasons for this, because Azami was obsessed with the God tongue, and everyone else that we have come across has coveted the God tongue. Even Ashia Saiba has coveted the fact that only she is worthy of standing beside him as a wife because she is a cook, but not only that, but the possessor of the God tongue. But the bookmaster has no interest in it. There are two reasons for this that I can think of right now. I'm sure there are multiple, but the 2 reasons I can think of this that seem the most likely is, number 1, she already possesses the God tongue and has no use for a second God tongue. That seems the most likely to me. She possesses the God tongue. Now, if that's the case, did Azami try to control her as well? Or maybe he could not make use of the Bookmaster's God tongue in some way. Maybe it was too corrupted. They'll go down some weird role like that. The second reason is that the God tongue is not useful for what she hopes to achieve. But out of all the superhuman abilities, why specifically the God tongue? Like, I understand it's supposed to be poetic, mother versus daughter. We already had that in the last arc. And I do hate the fact that they're repeating that. Even though I believe that it was Reina's mother, I did not want it to go down this route. Azami was evil. Now clearly Reina's mother is evil. It's just like, really? Really, we're going to rehash the same arc? I mean, yeah, it's showcasing here that Irene is stronger because even after stating this, she looks at her mother and says, "Fine, mother, I mean Bookmaster, I will show you that I, Arena, will dominate your blue competition. I will win this competition, and you're going to be left with nothing anyway." So she has leveled up. She's not going backwards, which is good character-wise. Character-wise, Arena has stayed true, which is very good. She had her, bout with Azami in the Regiment de Cuisine arc, but now she has become a stronger, better person. After fighting through her fears of her father and all that stuff, she ain't backing down from her mother. She's not backing down. She's like, nope, I'm having this. Now, here at the end, I mean, all the characters, Megami, Soma, Eldani, his brother, they all heard this conversation. Now, when they walk away, when Arena leaves from this conversation, and that's basically what the conversation boils down to, she leaves and she looks and says, "Oh, you were all here," and walks away. No problems, no yelling, no, "You were eavesdropping, how could you do this?" No crying, no anger, nothing, and everyone's saying that. And Megami even says, Arena-chan, like, she's really pissed off sort of idea, and Soma looks off, and he's contemplating, he goes, "No, that wasn't just anger." Now, what do you think the emotion that Soma seems to know about? I'm thinking disappointment. She is either, she's angry at her mother for probably a multitude of reasons. Number one, I can think of leaving her to the clutches of her father. That's a big thing. I'd be pissed at the fact that she's still not pissed at her grandfather for allowing that to happen is weird enough. But the fact is that she's disappointed. But why? Why would she be disappointed? That's the only emotion I can think. Or she's saddened. She's either sad by the state of her mother, she's sad that her relationship with her mother is like this, or she's disappointed by both of these things. She's disappointed in her mother. And I don't know why. Once again, I believe that if she is a possessor of the God tongue, then she sees what has become of a mature version of the God tongue and is disappointed that her mother was reduced to this. She sees her mother. She's not doing this Azami thing again. She looks at her mother and realizes, you are down here. Like, you think you're so up here and everyone treats you like this. But at the end of the day, because remember that Arena, even with her God tongue, has been shown humility. She's been shown, some level of here is where, like empathy and sympathy. She's been shown the proper way that her God tongue is not the answer to everything, that new foods are there, new tastes are out there, and you just need to have a fourth dimensional way of thinking. You can't always be thinking in a straight line. There are so many different paths to take with cooking, and she's been taught this. And now, as a result of this, she looks at her mother, the original possessor of the God tongue, in theory, and she sees what a disappointment her mother truly is to her, which maybe she held out hope that her mother was this ultimate aspiring person to be like, the mature version of the God tongue, and realizes that you're not that great. You're just an ignorant child or something. I mean, it would stand to reason that would be the connection now between Saiba and Arena, and she might sort of feel some sort of empathy for her being so disappointed and being so mistreated by her mother. It could be something there that pulls her or something. I don't know. Either way, the chapter itself was a good chapter. And it is an interesting plot point. I just don't like the fact that we're doing a repeat. It'd be like in One Piece if at the end of the day, the whole crew after stealing the robe poneglyph from Onigashima, runs away from Kaido at the end of the day with them in hot pursuit, and a couple of like Kinemon and Momonosuke sacrifice themselves like Pedro did, sort of idea, and Jinbei sacrifice themselves, stay behind so that they can all escape. That's just a repeat of Whole Cake Island, literally the next arc. Oda's not going to do that because that would be bad writing. There's going to be a different solution to the Kaido thing and Wano. In the same sense, we can't have a repeat of the Regiment de Cuisine. We cannot have Arena fighting against another birth parent that's at the center of it all. That's weak. That's weak writing. And I'm just sitting there like, that's the problem. Even though I'm glad I was right, it's still kind of like, eh. So, once again, though, we don't know what direction they're going to take it, so I hope they take it in a different direction than I'm thinking. Anyways, guys, what did you think of Chapter 300? We're at the 300 mark. Hopefully this is the true turnaround for the Shokugeki no Soma series. I'm under the belief that if there is a new arc, that will be the true turnaround. I think this arc has already done enough damage to the series. However, I'm still holding out hope, still read it week to week, hoping to see betterness come out of, or butterness in this way. Puns, I have them. And I really hope to see this series climb back up in the rankings. So, what did you guys think of the chapter? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Please like, subscribe, comment. As always, it's always very much appreciated. Once again, this has been Griever. Drink responsibly, keep cooking, and we'll see you back here next time.